That time of year when outdoor activities start to pick up around Idaho, festivals, farmers markets, or even just hanging around downtown on a Saturday. Like the tulips, spring also brings out the signature gatherers, someone with a clipboard who makes eye contact with you, and then that kind of gives them permission to ask you to sign their petition. And you might think, what a way to volunteer. Someone who believes in the cause, taking time to dedicate to a grassroots effort. But what if they aren't all volunteers? As a voter, does it matter to you that maybe that solicitor is on a salary? It seems to matter to a slew of lawmakers, and they want to make sure a new law makes sure you know if they are being paid or if they are a volunteer. Joe Paris joins us. So I guess the question is, why would this matter, and why has this come up at the State House this session?
Well, I think that there are those at the State House that believe that there's big money organizations from outside of Idaho that is pushing policy. But this proposed bill would require several layers of disclosure for any person or group working towards gathering signatures for a ballot initiative. And there are three main things that this proposed law would require. First, you have to have a verbal notification to the people that you're asking to sign, letting them know that you are paid to gather signatures, along with the name of the paying entity. So very transparent. You also have to have on your declaration on each petition page, it has to say the circulator is paid, and they have to give the name of the payor. And then finally, the people getting the signatures would have to wear a visible paid petition circulator badge while working. So several steps there. So what happens though if a person or a group breaks the proposed law? Well, the legislation says that any petition circulated in violation of the paid circulator rules, it would be rendered void, meaning they throw it out. So supporters of the idea says that this keeps Idaho campaigns clean and avoids out-of-state money in campaigns. Bill sponsor Senator Doug Okonowitz says that the rules would make it clear who Idahoans are talking with before signing a petition.
It's a good opportunity for folks to kind of know if they're talking to a used car salesman or somebody who's just a grassroots citizen who's very interested in the issue.
So they want to know the motivation behind the people gathering the signatures. So those against the legislation say that this is just another shot at the process of citizen initiatives. One Idahoan explained in committee why she thinks paying people to get signatures is okay. Generated a good back and forth with the committee chair, Brent Crane.
If I am not able, as a volunteer, to take the time to go somewhere, wherever, and I can hire somebody to go out and inform people about what is being asked, give them information. What's the harm? I'm still, as a person, if I'm the one being presented with the information, I can still say yes or no if I'm feeling informed.
Okay. I have a different opinion on that. I think the financial incentive changes the game from being a citizen-driven to it's a business model now. And so you and I can agree to disagree, and that's fine.
But the vast majority of people who are gathering these signatures are me. People like me and my husband and other people back here.
Another question in committee, who will enforce all of this? Senator Okonowitz says there's an agency in mind.
That's going to be fleshed out by the Secretary of State's office through the rulemaking process. So I don't want to opine on how I think it would work. Initially, a complaint would have to be supported by some sort of evidence. I suspect in today's world it would be video evidence of someone gathering signatures in a way they shouldn't have been.
So the proposal passed. It now heads to the full Idaho House, and Brian had already cleared the full Idaho Senate, so it is a vote away from getting to the governor's desk.
My question is, how is this different than, say, a bill that comes from, I don't know, a bill mill? We need to, if you don't know where that comes from, just like you don't know who that gatherer is, how's it different?
In terms of transparency, I mean, there would be no difference. If you want to know the motivation behind a piece of legislation or a citizen initiative, the transparency would be, okay, here's who paid for it, here's who's putting it forward. So if you want to go apples to apples there, I think that could be fair.
All right. Thanks, Joe.